Do I say that? Make sure to follow all of our socials.
Yeah, just plug the
And then I'll
socials.
say, so what are we doing? We're doing
We're just answering Q&A questions. Be like, we're answering your questions.
today we're going to be doing the Dump and Chase Hotline.
Sure. Dump and Chase Hotline. Perfect.
You guys know that Anand guy?
Who?
Anand, he goes to State.
Oh, Anand. Yes, Anand.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, I
dude, I
love that
follow that guy.
guy.
I love
He's
that guy.
awesome. I saw him in the hall one day.
Yeah.
I, I love that guy. I followed that guy before I even knew I was going to be in
Yeah,
the program.
exactly. I was like, oh,
I
this
was,
guy goes to State. This guy's so
I,
great.
I've been following that guy for a couple years now.
He's awesome.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dump and Chase podcast. I'm your host, Nolan Chard. Alongside me, as always, Dylan Robillard, the Flyers fan, and we got our guy Liam O'Connor, Flames fan. And make sure to follow us on all of our socials to stay up to date on our latest episodes and posts. All of our links are under this video. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Music, you can find them linked in the description. To kick off the show, we're going to the Dump and Chase hotline to answer some questions from our viewers. First off, from Flyers fan 39, who will win the Calder? Robo?
Um, lately, it's been a
here,
lot of
bud.
Dustin Wolf.
Oh yeah.
Um, he's been pretty impressive over the last month or so. Uh, but I'm gonna stick with my original pick and go to Matvei Michkov. He's just lighting it up right now. Scoring a lot of goals, and I think that's who prevails in the end once it's all said and done because it's a lot harder to do as a goaltender than as a player.
This is a good question to ask because we got a Flyers fan and a Flames fan in here. All right, Liam, who's winning the Calder this year?
Um, Wolf. If the Flames make the playoffs, Wolf wins. If the Flames don't make the playoffs, I don't know if Wolf's winning it. But I think it's pretty even between Celebrini and Michkov. That's what I think. But yeah, I think Wolf's gonna pull through.
I'm sticking
Really,
with my pick from day one. I'm going Celebrini for sure. Sticking with that. I'm confident that pick. That guy is just unreal this year. Yeah, he was injured for a little bit there, but I think he's making up for it pretty quickly.
not your
So
original pick in Lane Hutson before
See
that's not
Celebrini's
that
goal?
the
was
last edit.
before the last edit. Yeah, and then I switched to Celebrini because I don't like Lane Hutson. I
You see his
actually
goal last night?
two of them, man. Two
Yeah,
snipes.
Every single time he scores like that, I'm like, oh, it's a fluke. It's a fluke. But he just keeps doing it.
All right,
he's
moving on
good.
to our next question from Lachlan McCullough. What do the Flames have to do to guarantee their way into a playoff spot? Liam?
Oh, what do they have to guarantee their way? They got to keep scoring goals. They got the defense there. They just got to keep producing offensively. They need Kadri to get going. Sharon Govich has been going recently, and they need that to keep up. They just need full effort from everyone. Because if without that, I don't think they're a playoff team. They got to grind their way through. That's for my thoughts.
All right, Robo. I know you're not too much of a Flames guy, but based off what you've seen this year, what do you think they have that could get them into the playoffs?
Personally, I just don't think they should be a playoff team. I don't think they have enough, and I don't think you're looking to add to this team, um, at least to make a playoff push or be a playoff team. Um, you got a lot of things going right for you, but it could just be a hot start. It could just be a lot of things. And I think you got to look at the big picture, the future here, and not try and just force your hand and force a playoff berth.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going with right now. What do they have? Right now, it's I'm gonna say their goaltending. I mean, they've been outstanding. Whether it be Vladar, he's made some huge saves, and Wolf, man, he's just been playing unreal. He kind of got screwed a little bit Monday night against the Senators. Just just because of the lack of discipline from Calgary and some iffy officiating, some would say. But yeah, I definitely think their goaltending, which was the biggest question mark heading into the season, has definitely been their strongest part this year. All right, moving on to the next one from Callie Fox. As a Flyers fan, you have John Tortorella as your coach. Did you wish you had a different coach, and if so, who?
Well, first of all, I would probably go to Carolina and can't even think of his
Rod
name right now. Rod
Rod
Brindamore.
Brindamore.
Yeah, look into him. He was on my radar. But another guy is David Carle from the NCAA. He coaches Denver right now. He's not in the NHL. Um, he doesn't want to leave Denver either, but it has to be the right price and the right deal for him to come to the NHL. Flyers went the college route before, didn't go very well, but David Carle is very impressive, and Denver is a great school that's been unreal. I think they have 10 championships, the most in college history. So yeah, David Carle would be one of the guys I go to. Tortorella's fine. I don't think he's the guy to bring us to the cup, but for now he's okay.
I think they need I think his name is Ryan Huska. I think they need Ryan Huska as their coach. That's what I'd give him.
Why?
Why not? Best coach in the league. He's
Why
probably
would
gonna win the what's the one called for the best coach in the league again?
Jack Adams?
Probably gonna win the Jack Adams.
Why would you want to give up your coach to the
I
Flyers?
don't, but I'm just saying if they could have him, I bet you they'd want him.
Oh, well, I guess, but I also, if it was my dream scenario, I don't give a crap about Huska. Like,
Well, buddy, don't lie to
We
yourself.
are, yeah. So
Even
moving
Nolan
on.
wants him.
No, I'm fine with Berube actually. We're gonna move. We're gonna move over to Liam here. You do, as you mentioned, have Ryan Huska as your head coach. Obviously, you can't pick him for this question. So, if you were going to
well,
think of another head coach that the Flames would have, who would be your guy?
Sutter. Bring Sutter back. No, I'm
go
just
ahead.
It's
kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's a good question. Montgomery. Bring
Could have been
Montgomery.
a possibility.
We should have
yeah,
fired Huska and brought Montgomery in. As soon as Montgomery got fired, we should have fired
Montgomery.
Huska and
Yeah,
brought
I
him
mean
in.
his
Montgomery
record with
just,
Boston was
yeah,
unbelievable.
he just
I
wanted to
can't
go to
believe they
St.
fired
Louis.
him, man. That's
I
another
bet you,
Jack Adams winner that Boston's fired. That's what, three in the last
Yeah,
what?
and they all got hired in the first 10 days of being
Yeah,
fired.
Mhm.
Claude Julien,
Or you know
Montgomery, and
what?
Bruce
Paul
Cassidy,
Maurice.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Maurice is a good pill.
It's got to be my favorite coach in the league.
All right, me as a Leafs fan, having Berube right now, I think that's kind of the perfect fit we have right now. But to not go with him, I got a couple guys. Paul Maurice, which was just mentioned. I mean, he just won his cup with the Panthers. He's got them playing the right way. He's had them playing the right way. He had great Jets teams too. I mean, he was the Leafs coach way back when we had, I think, Raycroft. Like that's like right after we did the Tuca trade. He was our he was our guy then. And then another guy, I'm gonna go with John Cooper. He's gonna be the head coach for Team
John
Canada
Cooper.
here coming up. I mean, his resume is unreal. Like he's just adding Team Canada's head coach to that. I mean, he's won two cups. They were back to back. I mean, he's coached some unreal teams, but he's also made some like really tough decisions and obviously won two cups. So I think that's what we need in Leafland is cups. So I'd be the guy I go for. All right,
Fair enough.
moving on to another question by Callie Fox. We're gonna go with our top three underrated players, and you can give two to three, doesn't matter, or even one. You just gotta back it up. That's all. All right, we're gonna move over to Liam first.
Well, give me some time here.
I need,
Okay, we're
Go on, you
um,
gotta.
okay. I'll take Storm first. I guess we're going most underrated players in the league. I'm probably gonna go Dylan Larkin. I think that guy's a sick player. I think he's just been a gamer forever, and I feel bad for him honestly. He's poor management. The Yzer plan is not in effect over there. I think time has run out on that plan. Another guy, people say Barkov all the time, but I'm going with another center from the Panthers. I'm going Anton Lundell. I mean, he was the third line center technically because behind Bennett and Barkov, but I still think now he's been moved up in the lineup and he's actually getting those second line minutes now. I mean, he's thrived this year so far, I'd say, and I think he's great two way, great defensively, and I really like Lundell. Unfortunately, both players I picked are in the Atlantic, so the Leafs see them a lot. And another guy I'm heading out west to Minnesota. I'm going Joel Eriksson Ek. I think that guy's an elite centerman. He's really good offensively. He's been obviously shadowed. He's shadowed Kirill Kaprizov because that guy is just tearing up the league this year. He just recently got injured by in Edmonton last weekend.
Yeah.
But Joel Eriksson Ek, I think he's one of the most underrated players in the NHL just because, I mean, they're all centermen. He's great two-way, great on the power play, scores goals, and he's always just a consistent piece for Minnesota. All right,
Uh,
Robo, what do we got
Le
here?
I was gonna hear Liam's first. Do you have any now,
I'll
Liam?
go. I'll go.
Do you want to go
Yeah.
first? Yeah.
Number one.
Oh
Who do you
boy.
think I'm gonna say?
It's a flame.
It's just
It's a
gonna be a
flame.
Who though?
Flames.
Who do you think I'm gonna say?
Zar
Mackenzie Weegar.
Zary.
Yeah, Zary all day, all
Yeah,
day. Have
there it is.
you guys
Okay.
seen the guy's hands?
Yeah.
Not personally,
No, like if he was scoring, like Jesus, man, like if he could just put the puck in the net, like it's gonna happen at one point. That guy's so good. And then the other guy I got is Lucas Raymond
Yeah.
from the Detroit Red Wings.
Yep.
I think I would make a bet with both you guys that Lucas Raymond's gonna put up 100 points in his career. 100%. The guy's unreal. And guess how old he is? I think he's
23.
23. Just turned 23 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Unreal. And then would you say why Johnson's underrated?
I
I guess
I would
so.
say he's midly
Maybe
rated.
overrated?
I'd say he's kind of right on.
You don't think he's maybe overrated?
I think he's a little overrated at times, but
Like I guess this year he might be a little bit overrated. Yeah, can't go with him. I gotta go with couldn't even hear it. Let me come back to it. Let me come back to it.
okay.
All right, Robo, let's hear it. Two or three most underrated
Um,
players.
you know, I have another Dylan on my list. I have Dylan Strome. I think he's been really good as of late, especially. He's in Washington right now, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's looked really good. Never really got his flowers there. Maybe a controversial pick, but a guy that's well known, but I just don't think he gets appreciated enough is Nikita Kucherov. Um, every year he just is unreal. Last year he should have won the MVP, didn't. This year he should probably win it again. Um, but for a guy that puts the point production he does and the talent he has and the resume he has, I don't think he's talked about enough.
It's because he's so nonchalant.
Yeah, he just doesn't care. He shows up and he's a player, dude. Like
Like
it's
like he's so good that when he's trying, it looks like he's not trying. You know what I mean?
yeah. I don't know. I just think he's
Couldn't agree more,
underappreciated a
man.
little bit.
Yeah.
Um, and then I had a few other guys. I had Tim Stützle. I think he's
Scuba
back and
diver.
forth. Uh, but I think he's underappreciated a little bit. A Dallas Star, Matt Duchene, don't hear about him a lot, but I think he's a solid uh, player. And yeah, that's kind of my. What was that noise?
I have no idea.
Liam, what do you?
Dude, those are like my Skype notifications. I don't know why they keep coming up.
Was such a weird noise.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
But
Robo,
yeah,
to cut you off on Duchesne, I want to shout out Liam O'Connor, this guy in my fantasy league that dropped Matt Duchesne into free agency, and I picked him
love
up,
that.
and he's just been absolutely tearing it up this year.
I've been
Yeah.
thinking about
And
that recently, man. You know that pops in my head when I'm going to bed at night. Like, that's probably the worst thing I've ever done in fantasy.
Yeah,
Like
I just
it's
wanna. I just saw that
it
notification
actually it
pop up
actually
on my
pisses me.
screen.
Like I can't believe I did that. Like I do it every year in fantasy. I give my boys like 5 games and then I evaluate them and see if they deserve to make my team.
Just
Shane
that,
gone.
Jeez.
just like that meme going around right now. It's when you find that golden scar. That's what I felt like when that notification of Duchesne has been dropped by Team O'Connor.
He'd
Because you
rather
can't
Instantly win
lie.
my
have
claim, and he's
You
he'd
just
can't
rather
out.
lie, man.
have
My team's going off
he'd rather have Casey Middlestat than Matt Duchene on his team.
Duchesne, man,
twice,
he's
twice,
been unbelievable. That's a good
twice,
pick. I
twice.
even forgot about him. I should have said that for my guys, but all right, this one is not fan submitted. We've gone over all of our fan submitted questions. This one's from this. I want to say thanks to those guys for for submitting their questions, but this one's for me. It's a counterpart to the last question, and it is, what are the who are the give me 2 to 3 of the most overrated players in the NHL? Is anyone ready to go first, or do you want me to take it over again?
Oh,
Because
my
I got
third one.
Overrated.
I
guys,
got Huberdeau for underrated.
I got, I got, I got
You
guys
just
on.
complained about him for
I'm just kidding.
20 minutes before the
I don't even know
pod.
where you put Huberdeau.
I got guys on lock for most overrated. So I guess if you boys aren't ready, I'll take over. First off, I'm heading over to Montreal. I'm saying Nick Suzuki. I think that guy's the most overrated NHL player in ever. Like I just don't think he's that good at all.
Cold
Yeah,
Kaprizov.
you can remind me about the Montreal and Toronto series, but that that was just the most disappointing thing ever. But ever since then, Montreal's done nothing. Suzuki's not a good player. I don't think he got hella overpaid when he got the 7.8 something. Like, I'm just not a big fan of what's going over there. And then I'm heading probably over to. Hmm. I just had
Hmm.
Nick Suzuki hot on top. I was like, I just don't like him. I just really don't think he's that good. And
I
then
can give
maybe
you
over
one.
to.
I can give you one.
Yeah, let's go. Let's hear it.
Jeremy Swayman
Oh,
of the
yeah.
Oh,
Boston
here we
Bruins.
go.
I love it. I love it.
Linus
Jeremy
Allmark.
Swayman.
I
Hey, prove
love
me
it,
wrong,
dude.
Jeremy. Prove me wrong.
Don't prove me wrong, Jeremy. Stay
Yeah.
ass, please.
Stay bad.
Stay bad. Then I think I'm gonna go over to. Oh man, this is a tough one because
Who
You could
there's
also
submitted
do
this?
Allmark. You could also say
no
Allmark.
one. I
You
said it's.
know?
Or
I said no. No one submitted. I'm asking a counterpart to the last question,
oh, okay. I was like,
and then I think maybe over to Carolina. I'm gonna hit Sebastian Aho with a overrated, not severely. I just think he's a little bit overrated. I don't think he's the top guy there.
Who's the
Um,
top? Well, NH's top guy.
I would, yeah, I'd probably put either Natchez or Svech over him. Just I guess because Aho's a penalty killer, maybe he's a little bit higher. But
Aho's
I don't
over a
think he's
point a
too.
game.
I don't think he's too overrated. I just think he's a little bit overrated, and I'm just saying that because I'm an avid Chell player, and his overall is like a 93, and I think that's a little bit extreme.
Yeah.
So I guess going off of EA's rating is not the right way. But another one, my third one, I'm going over St. Louis, and I think Jordan Kyrou. Uh, that guy had a sick first year, first couple of years, and then since he got that contract, he's done really nothing. I mean, he got benched the other night, a few nights ago. He got benched in the final like 8 minutes. I mean, now that coach is fired, yeah, but he got he got benched. He got benched because he felt that he wouldn't be out there, or that Kyrou should be out there to win them the game because they feel he's not that responsible defensively, which I think that's really important in a player, is that you're responsible defensively. Robo, Liam, got any others?
I got David Pastrnak of the Boston Bruins.
what the
Hey,
It's making my Aho pick look better.
hey, you think I'm wrong?
Oh, well, just this year, man. The Bruins have been just terrible.
What? But look at
You
this.
cannot say David Pastrnak is overrated.
But look at this. Well, what? He's dude. Pasternak's like he's probably rated top 10 in the show, right? What do you
Yeah,
say?
I,
probably.
yeah, top 10, yeah.
Top 10 in the show. Um,
I mean, if you're
he's
just a
had
season,
200 point seasons, and then other than that, 77, 48,
Dude, he's,
95, 81.
Bro just listed off.
you're proving
You
your
know what? I'm
point
ruining
wrong.
I'm ruining my point.
Who puts up 100 points casually? Oh, that guy's
I know. I was
overrated.
wrong.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
I was wrong. He's literally a point a game in every single one of these fucking stats.
Oh, he only played
Okay,
40
okay.
games
No,
this year.
Elias Lindholm, most overrated NHLer. 100%.
Yes. Oh, that throws me another counterpart here. Nikita
100%.
Zadorov. I think that guy's terrible at hockey. I don't think that guy's been good ever.
Oh,
He
that's
can he
great.
can he can hit, and the Bruins paid him 5 mil for
How did that
5 years.
guy earn a
So
$25 million contract?
that guy, Bruins can eat that up, baby. And then they give
Easy.
Elias Lindholm 7.1. Oh man, Sweeney is cooking up a bowl of cereal over there, and I love it. And I love it. Bruins deserve nothing but the worst. I hate their
That's
fans. I hate their franchise. So glad they messed up with Montgomery. And I
that's
hope the
three
Blues make the
contracts that are
playoffs.
looking terrible right now.
Zadorov, what isn't he leading the league in minor penalties? Like,
Zadorov,
like, like that guy is just terrible. Totally
Zadorov,
forgot about him.
Lindholm, and Swayman. Those are three terrible contracts with tons of term.
Oh yeah, they're gonna eat up that Lindholm and Zadorov contract, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Watch those guys just turn into
Okay.
absolute
I got
gamers. Like
Steven
watch the Bruins go on a
Stamkos.
run.
No, I'm just
I
kidding.
was
I'm just
gonna.
kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Stamkos has a cup, for heaven's
Yeah, I know.
sakes.
I know.
Two of them.
I know. It's just like I guess you could say that because he's not doing anything. But I mean,
But that's one
who is
season.
who is on Nashville, right?
That
Yeah.
brings me to my point. I wrote Jonathan Marchessault.
Oh, Conn Smythe winner,
Um, Conn Smythe winner, but for what
40
they're
goals
paying
last
him,
year.
eh,
It's 5 mil a year, man.
he's
Yeah, he's.
debatable.
I
That's a
thought it was
deal.
pretty cheap.
That's a deal. We pay Sharon Govich 5 mil.
Well, no one asked you to pay Jared Govich that much.
Well, Sharon Govich didn't win the fucking Conn Smythe.
And
Um,
Zegras, actually, I should put Zegras at my
Trevor
one.
Zegras, there we
But it's
go.
hard. It's hard to put that guy at overrated just
He's
because
so
he's
overrated.
so bad.
He just
Was
doesn't
he?
care
Wait.
anymore.
I think he's got 3 points this year, three or four
Yeah,
in like 20 something games.
Dude, I don't think it's that, man. I think Anaheim has a terrible dressing room.
he just doesn't give a shit anymore.
I don't
He
I
doesn't try.
but I
He
He
think
also doesn't try.
I don't think
he
it's just him. I think there's other players in that team that
yeah,
are
they
getting their
got a
careers run. I
yeah,
don't
they
think
got a
it's all
bad
him,
front
man.
office. They got a
I don't
bad
think
front office and coach. But I mean, Zegras is doing nothing.
dude,
Yeah.
He's literally there doing nothing. He's there as a plus minus guy that is in the minuses.
they got fined $50,000 for sending their players to a camp in Florida. I think it was a year or two ago.
When they
It
weren't
was it
supposed
was a
to. Yeah.
it was a forced camp that they sent them to. They got fined fifty
It's
thousand
just a
dollars.
military camp. Just
Like I don't
How
even
did
know
this
what the
guy
camp
get?
was, but it was
Yeah, I
forced.
think let's talk about shitty franchises. Yeah, let's go over to Anaheim
Like
instead.
I don't think it's a fun
It's just been
time
it's a
in that dressing
disaster
room.
since we've lost Getzlaff and Perry. It's been a disaster. But I
Oh,
mean, like, there's a
um
lot of overrated players.
I this one might be debatable, but I wrote Brady Kachuk.
Oh,
hey, you honestly, I might be with you there.
I
you
just
sure?
I
Are you sure it's not because he tucked two on the Flames last night?
Not two, it was one.
Oh,
I
right,
just
it
think
got called back.
Yeah,
My
one
yeah.
got
fault.
called back.
My fault.
I just
Yeah,
think he's a bum, dude. Like every time the Senators are losing, he just jumps someone. Like
Yeah, he's a
he's not
well,
sore
a good
loser.
that's
player.
the Kachuk game.
Yeah,
But
I hate
you
the
gotta.
Chucks.
I
I hate the Chucks. I've found respect for Matthew because he's chill, but their father and Brady just piss me off.
Heath?
They're both just assholes, dude.
yeah the Chucks, man. I mean,
And
I'd
then my
love to
final
have him.
one, Mitch Marner.
Yeah, yeah.
Too much
Just
hate, man. Too much hate on Mitch
There's a
Marner.
lot of hate his way. There's a lot of hate his way, but he
Too much
deserves it,
hate.
man.
I know, I'm
He
just
Is Mitch
kidding.
deserves
Marner
it.
getting that hate if he plays
I'm
anywhere
just
else?
No,
no,
not at
it's
all.
just
He doesn't get
Toronto.
that hate
It's just
anywhere
Toronto.
else. It's
It's
just
just
Toronto
because
because they
Toronto
can't. Just because they can't win a playoff round, and he's the guy
and
that puts up
yeah,
4 assists and -4 on the series. Like that's all
and
it is.
yeah,
And when he does score, like you look at his stats from the playoffs last year, he scored a goal. It was when we were down 3-0 in game 5 on home ice to the Bruins with 10 minutes left. The goal doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. The energy's out of the building. Half the fans have left. Marner scored one goal, and it was the most useless goal ever. People always say, "Oh, he scores. He scores." I'm like, go look at his goals. The last important playoff goal I saw that guy score, other than the year we actually won a playoff series, was when it was like, I think our first time with the Matthews and Marner era against the Bruins when he had the penalty shot on Tuukka Rask.
I'm
That's
gonna
the last goal I've seen him score. That was semi-important in the playoffs.
I'm gonna counter
But
your opinion right now.
I honestly threw Marner in as a joke, and I thought you were gonna disagree with me.
oh no, dude,
You're
this guy
just like,
takes heat. He takes heat he deserves. But right now, regular season guy, he's unreal. Like I think he's a top player in the
well,
league.
yeah,
When it
99
comes to
points.
when it comes to regular season, he's done that like twice. He's been in the 90s twice.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, man.
No, man.
Just this guy needs to do something in the playoffs. Like it's not
I
just him.
also,
It's not just
yeah,
him.
Dude,
I'm
he's
throwing
he's been
all
pretty
this.
much a point a game every single playoff run.
I also said it just because he was like bitching to
Oh
Nylander and
yeah, and he's a
Matthews.
he's a he's a baby
He's a
too.
little baby
Guys,
face.
Nylander's my goat, man. That guy should be
Yeah.
our captain. Like I don't know. It's
Yeah, you
not
named
just
the
Marner.
captain that just mooned a police officer.
That is hilarious. But sticking, it's not just Marner. The reason we lose is not just because Mitch
And
Marner like
Ilya
he does in the regular
Samsonov
season.
couldn't stop a puck.
We're not hitting the Samsonov talk today because I'll be here a while. Um, where it's all
Hey,
of them
oh,
except for Nylander. It's
I
everyone
got
except Nylander. That guy scores and he scores when it matters every time.
I
Even if he
think
was out, he led the team in goals in the playoffs last year. He missed 3 of the 7 games. He missed 3. And he led the team in goals after the playoff season. What else? What else, bro? Like
okay,
someone else has got to do something.
I got the most underrated player in the NHL right
Oh,
here.
we're back to underrated. Okay.
Jesper Bratt.
Yeah, that guy's pretty good. He's a
Jesper
good
Bratt,
pick
28
actually.
points right now. When you hear Jesper Bratt's name,
He was on my fantasy
Wasn't
team
it
last year,
Jesper Bratt? You
which is
heard his name.
Carolina.
One of the first time I realized he's a really good player is that year that the Devils did they win the Metro that year?
they beat New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, did they win the Metro that year or was New York? Like
I don't know if
whatever
they won
year
the
that the
Metro.
Devils just tore it up. Like
Yeah.
just a couple
Anyway,
seasons ago when actually Vanacek was a goalie that could make a few saves and that's when I first was really recognizing that Jesper Bratt's a special player.
when you hear about Jesper, dude, he's tied with points with McDavid.
I
It's
mean,
astounding.
I just don't pay attention to the Devils. I hate the Devils.
Totally
Like
valid. Totally valid, bro.
sixth round,
Devils, yeah,
26,
he's a
28 points,
steal,
24
man.
games.
Yeah. He's a
Yeah, dude,
great player.
he's been a steal.
Would we consider, I know he's younger, but Matty Beniers, would we consider him underrated or overrated?
Overrated.
Overrated. All the
Yeah.
way.
Okay.
Just because the fact he had a great rookie year, they said,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's just a sophomore slump." What
Yeah,
are
but
we
he's
now? This
just
is nothing. He's doing nothing again this year.
yeah.
I haven't seen his name
Last
once
five
pop up.
games, 0 points against Nashville, LA, Anaheim, New York, and New York again.
And they gave him that heavy
Heavy
extension
contract.
after his sophomore year last year, which was bad. He had a bad
37
sophomore
points.
season.
Yeah.
And
He's
like
got 10 in 22 games. So I mean, but
he's not doing too he's not as bad this year, but he hasn't done much. Like he's supposed to be like their top
he won
centerman
the
right now
Calder. Like
with yeah.
he won the
Yeah,
Calder with 57 points in 80 games. I don't remember who was in that Calder race, but obviously
yeah, he beat out. Like I think he won it pretty heavily for the most part, but like
what's his
that was
Calder?
we haven't seen glimpses of that Matty Beniers since that year. Like even last year, like he wasn't doing much at all, and they still gave him the big extension. But I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, what is he, 21, 22?
Yeah.
So he's
he's
got
22.
way more than enough time to figure it out. Like he's got way more than enough time. And he has security now because he's got the contract. So I think he's got time where he can flip it around. Even if he's like a 60, 65 point guy, like they can't even complain about that.
Here's a trivia question. Who do you guys think was second in Calder voting the year Beniers won? 2022, 23.
Was it a forward or defenseman?
Neither.
Oh, oh, a goalie.
Yeah.
With who? Who has a young goalie? 22, so he's 20 years old. Rookie Nedeljkovic.
No.
That's the year before. Is he third? Or is that the year before?
Give me a conference.
Um, Hold on there.
A young goalie.
West.
A young goalie. Calder. Ottinger.
Nope.
What? Gustafson.
No. Gustafson's
He's
like,
pretty young. He's like 25, 26, but he didn't really
do you guys
get a
want division?
chance.
Yeah.
Pacific.
A young goalie?
Stuart
Am I
Skinner.
missing?
Yeah. Skinner.
Stu?
Stu had 24 first votes and 71 second.
Oh man.
He almost won the
He,
Stu.
Calder.
he had 1,074 votes, and Beniers had 1,836.
Jesus.
Yeah, so you beat him by quite a bit.
Who was the third guy?
Okay, you got to give us the division or we're getting nowhere.
Forward defenseman.
D.
Defenseman.
East.
East.
Young defenseman East. Is it Jake Sanderson?
He was sixth.
Oh man. Is he
Cider? No, he won it.
Cider won it.
Yeah.
Are we in the Metro or are we in
Gooley?
the Atlantic?
Who?
Caden Gooley?
No.
Are
He.
we in the Metro or Atlantic?
Uh, Metro. Or hold on. You got me all
Bro,
fucked up.
this is your division.
I don't fucking know divisions, dude. I'm terrible with divisions. Atlantic. Yeah. My bad.
Atlantic. Detroit has no young defenseman other than Cider. Buffalo. Is this the Owen Power
Oh,
year?
it's
Power,
Power?
Dahlin.
Yeah, it's power.
Dahlin. Yeah.
Yeah.
A Flyer finished in the top 10.
A Flyer? Is he still on the team?
Yeah.
Morgan Frost?
No, Frost is from like
He's like
2018.
Tippett? No.
Tippett was not a Flyer.
Yeah, he wasn't.
You guys
Connecticut?
aren't gonna know this. There's
is
no
he
way.
like is he
Oliver
active
Bonk?
roster?
He's active
Not
roster, but
Bonk.
he's
No, he's on
bottom
there.
bottom
Is
six.
Bobby Brink?
Brink was a rookie last year.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Is he a winger? Is he
He's
centerman?
both. That's all the
Oh,
Flyers have.
who the hell
There's no way
tore it up for
Liam
the
knows this.
Flyers? Who the hell tore it up for the Flyers?
Well, tore it up. He's listed as a left winger, but
Fabry?
he's
Farabee?
Farabee
Yeah,
is like 2017.
so not Joel Farabee. Is he left-handed or right-handed?
Noah Cates?
Yeah. Holy shit. Liam got it before. Like, I didn't
What's this
think.
guy looking at on his phone,
Are
dude?
you looking at the stats?
What's this guy looking at?
I'm
Are
not
you
looking
looking
at
at
anything, boys.
are
Look
you
at a
looking at the
look at
daily
a
face-off?
I just got a text from my mother. Got
Well,
Tuesday
like,
dinner
but
menu, bud.
you said you didn't know any fucking Flyers, and then you just rifled them off. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know a couple, like Noah
But
Cates.
yeah, Noah Cates finished with 40 votes, and it was mainly
That's
just because he
crazy,
was insane defensively. He's a two-way guy.
man.
But
For
yeah,
trophy rankings, man, I'm terrible at that.
pure Oliver Joseph with Pittsburgh at 13.
Oh, dude,
Cole
that would have been
Perfetti,
wild.
Jack Quinn, Mason McTavish, Logan Thompson.
I got an overrated player,
Oh,
Chandler Stevenson. Just got paid 7 million for 8 years, I think.
um,
I think it's like 5.
Is it 5?
I have no idea. He's pretty old, so I wouldn't imagine 8.
guys,
What's
you'll
he looking
never
like this
guess
year?
who won the Hart Trophy that year. Never guess.
McDavid.
Oh my God. Only 1,951 votes. He had a 99.54% vote percentage.
It's fans that vote for that, right?
No,
No.
it's the PWHA association, like they're the writers and stuff, the people that cover the teams.
Oh,
Who had one vote for first place behind McDavid?
Eichel.
Eichel's not even on the list.
Eichel got drafted to,
Matthews.
It's Hart Trophy. It doesn't matter what. We're not doing Calder.
yeah.
Matthews.
Oh,
Matthews is 16th.
What year is this?
Draisaitl.
This is 2023, 20 or 22, 23.
Draisaitl.
Draisaitl's not,
Makar.
or
Makar.
Makar is
So not Makar.
not on the list.
McKinnon.
Fifth.
Crosby.
Not even on the list.
Panarin. Dude, is that the Jack Hughes year? Wasn't Hughes pretty high that year?
He's eighth with
Yeah, so
no. There's
pretty
literally only
high.
one vote for first place other than McDavid, and it's this guy.
What the hell? Is he is it Pastrnak? Didn't he score like 60
Yeah,
that year?
yeah. Pasta with one vote for first.
He
Yeah,
scored
that's the year he scored
60.
that's when he scored 60. Yeah, Matthews did it the year before and then people just hopped on the trend and then two people
Matthews
made
won
it.
the Hart Trophy in 21.
Yeah, that's when he scored 60.
What do you guys think of what happened to Bez?
I was gonna mention that if we were gonna do what we were scheduled to do, I was
Yeah,
gonna talk about that because we hopped on late. I was gonna do like a pre-talk, but yeah,
got boot
um,
fucked.
he got boo fucked.
Got boot fucked in the
Dude,
head.
that guy, he's so funny. He's like, I'm gonna ruin these guys' lives. Like,
And he
as soon as I
did. They
get the,
got
as,
leaked.
I know, as soon as I got the names, he
Did
went
they?
posted on Spit and Chicklets.
Well,
Did they
because he
actually
didn't
post it?
know.
The Spit and Chicklets Instagram. They went and posted their names. He's like, I'm suing them. I'm ruining these guys' lives. Like, good thing I didn't
Well,
get
what a
knocked out, so I didn't get boot fucked in the head.
Where do I find
But
these guys'
Biz looks
names?
fine. He got rushed to the hospital. He like, don't. That's
Spin
the wrong
Chicklets
one.
posted this one.
Look at the wrong one. Look who's on it, dude. It's
Is it
Bowie.
this?
That's
Yeah,
the
dude.
yeah, that's the fake one.
That's that's the real one. Like all the guys are real. They just Photoshop Bowie in there.
This Edward Jennings, guys. He's an old man, eh?
This is the old
Yeah,
fuck that he rocked in the face, I think.
that's he knocked out one of them.
There's not a video of it, is it?
He
Well,
said
there's
he's
gonna
gonna leak
be.
it. He says there's security footage out there somewhere, and he says as soon as he gets it, he's posting it. He says he's ruining these guys' lives.
Awesome stuff.
like that's
Looks
what you
like he
got to
got
do,
Danny pretty good.
Bro, he
dude.
look
He messed up a couple of those guys. Like they're cut, they're wounded.
six of them. And he
They
looks
look
like he
they look
does
like they just came out of World War II. Like
he doesn't
he
look
took
like he
that
has a
1v6.
scratch on him. And he's
These
just
don't even look like bad guys, man.
they look like a bunch of idiots. They look like golfers that don't know how to golf and were shit
They
faced.
were hammered golfers and they were
Just
cut off, I
imagine that
believe.
though. Imagine waking up from a hangover the next day and you're just absolutely fucking sore in prison. And then
You
you're like,
dumb Biz.
oh fuck. We fought the wrong fucking guy. Like
Yeah, we fought Paul Bissonnette.
that's
Shit.
a story and a half. That's not even like a casual
I
bar
grow they
fight.
fought a grocery stick that all he just fought every once in a while.
How about the Kyle Connor Crosby fight?
That's awesome, man. Free Crosby, free 87. That guy is doing whatever he can to fire up his team. Like he's doing like he scored his 600th career goal and the boys came out celebrating and then they lost 6-1. Like
Poor guy. They got
there's nothing there. I think he's gonna
hammered.
he got the extension and then he's just seeing what Dubas is doing, seeing if he can build around him. But Dubas is not doing anything like anything of any good for Crosby. So I think Crosby's going to request out and he's going to give off a list of a few teams.
I
And I
pray
think
for their downfall.
Colorado's going to be the landing spot for
Send
Sid.
him to
And I
Philly.
that guy, I think he's got morals. I think that some guy named Sidney Crosby would have a little bit of morals. Like he's still on this terrible team.
Yeah.
I think he only goes if Gino and Tanger
Well,
decide that
Malkin
they're
doesn't
done.
want to go.
Malkin doesn't want to go anywhere. I know,
But like
but
Kyle Dubas has to have.
Crosby, Dubas made everyone available except Crosby.
Yeah.
So I think
And
Crosby, I think
um
Crosby's gonna request out after this year.
yeah.
So
Did you guys see where Boudreaux was talking about how he gave curfew to his teams, then he called Ovi? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah, he gave a curfew to his team and he calls Ovi to see if he's in his room and he hears just a bunch of electric music. And he goes, Ovi, are you in? And Ovi goes, yeah, coach. And then Boudreaux goes, okay, and he hangs up.
what are you gonna do? Bench
Yeah.
Ovechkin?
Bro
Barbecue
does not
Bruce,
give a
man.
shit.
I
Oh
love
man.
Barbecue
That
Bruce.
video had me laughing. Like I was just chilling in my room alone. It had me laughing.
God.
Dude,
I love
Barbecue
Boudreaux.
Bruce. I love Barbecue Bruce. He's he's hilarious. When the Canucks hired him after they fired Travis Green and just the crowd was chanting Barbecue Bruce, like it was just awesome. He's such a personality and it's so fun and I hope he gets a job somewhere
I
in like
hope
a good
so.
market so just the crowd fires him up.
It's just a class act, man.
He is.
Bruce Boudreaux. Okay.
All right. Thank you guys for joining the Dump Chase podcast today. Make sure to follow all the socials. Robo will have everything linked down below. It doesn't matter where you're at, everything will be linked in the description down below. And thank you guys for joining us today.